An eccentric astrologer gathers 6 crime suspects in a room and hands each of them an identical clay pot, exactly half filled with water. He tells them the water inside is magical, and he gives them a single guarantee. By morning, the true thief's pot will have filled itself to the very brim. But when the sun comes up, 5 of the pots remain exactly half full, and the 6th pot is completely empty. The astrologer immediately points to the owner of the empty pot as the culprit. How did a fake magic trick force a criminal to subconsciously confess to their own crime? To understand how this trap works, we have to look at the seemingly unsolvable political crime that made it necessary in the first place. Deep inside a highly secure royal palace, the queen's priceless sitahar, an ornate traditional necklace, disappears directly from her personal locked safe. Because the palace was heavily guarded and locked down overnight, the thief has to be a trusted insider. The king immediately tasks his chief investigator, the minister, with solving the case. There is just one problem with this assignment. The minister is the mastermind who ordered the theft to begin with. To protect himself, the minister uses his administrative power to eliminate the only real threat in the court. He banishes the king's cleverest advisor, Gopal Bhar, simply for daring to ask questions about the glaring security failures. When the justice system itself is corrupt, conducting a conventional investigation is impossible. Catching the thief would require bypassing the legal structure entirely. Gopal finds a loophole to get back into the palace. Exiled as a politician, he returns wearing the disguise of a Ganatkar, a revered, wandering astrologer. In this environment, a minister can block a legal inquiry, but he has no jurisdiction over a divine one. Superstition creates a social bypass that his political authority simply cannot touch. Using his fake mystical authority, the astrologer takes control of the investigation and isolates the 6 inner palace workers as the sole suspects. He distributes the 6 identical half-filled water pots, issuing a strict instruction. They must remain outside the suspect's doors overnight and cannot be touched until dawn. The entire setup relies on stripping away the minister's bureaucratic control and directly attacking the suspect's deeply held irrational beliefs. The 5 innocent suspects know they didn't steal the necklace. Because they have nothing to hide, they sleep soundly, trusting the supposed magic will vindicate them. Meanwhile, the actual thief, the queen's trusted maid, is wide awake, experiencing severe cognitive dissonance and panic. Believing the magic is real, the thief assumes the water will inevitably rise to the top. Her solution? Drain her pot completely to offset the incoming water, ensuring it ends up perfectly half full by sunrise. She dumps out all the water, fully expecting the overnight magic to refill it and allow her to blend in seamlessly with the innocent staff. The trap never actively caught the thief. It weaponized her own guilt, forcing her to proactively sabotage her only alibi. The next morning, Gopal inspects the line of pots, and he immediately identifies the maid as the true culprit, the second he sees her uniquely bone-dry container. The sudden realization that the magic was completely fabricated shatters her mental defenses, resulting in an immediate, unforced confession. Breaking under the pressure, the maid admits to the theft and then publicly implicates the corrupt minister, revealing he paid her a 500 gold coin bribe to steal the necklace for his wife. With the confession secured, Gopal sheds his astrologer disguise. He solved the crime, recovered the necklace, and ousted the corrupt official in a single coordinated move. Gopal's strategy succeeded because a guilty conscience often exhausts itself trying to outsmart a perceived threat that doesn't actually exist. The minister relied entirely on hard power, using his rank and authority to force a banishment. Gopal relied on soft power, using his wit and environmental manipulation to bypass the hierarchy. A bureaucratic cover-up, no matter how absolute, fails when it collides with predictable human responses to fear and guilt. You do not need formal authority, badges, or royal decrees to trap a criminal if you fully understand their psychological vulnerabilities. Corrupt systems can rig the rules of an investigation, but they can never manipulate the predictable, self-destructive mechanics of human guilt.